Hey, my fellow multidimensionals. It's Aisha Love, founder of Multidimensional You. I am on a ranch above Mackie. It's a beautiful day. And in this Activating the Healer Within series, I'm really curious to see what wants to come through in service to you all. I'm being told once again to speak to the fact that I don't come on with a planned agenda. I just allow what wants to come through in the moment to come through. In part, this is the message that wants to be emphasized today. When we are in the present moment fully with the reconstituted multidimensional self and all the self-awareness work that many of us have done in our human journey here as healers, so much more awareness, truth, information, data, files from the unified field can make themselves immediately known to us. The extent to which humanity has been conditioned to be in a state of like construct, it's not creation. It's old constructs that are just being recycled is what precludes us from developing emergent new paradigms, constructs, innovations, inner tech, technology, external tech. Basically, I mean, let's break it down to can you just translation to simple phrase? The current can impede the new. The current constructs can impede the new because we're taking up a lot of real estate internally by projecting our ideas of what reality is, of who we are, of how things can be into the future, rather than just staying very present with what is, what wants to emerge. I have no idea what words will be spoken. I kind of watch them come through in real time. I might get a few seconds before you all. So that's what's really wanting to be emphasized for so many of us who are here to have an experience of ushering in a different paradigm. It's so ironic, isn't it? That we have to really stop and circle the wagons and come into it's kind of like alert and intense awareness of what constructs we happen to be in any given moment, rather than, kind of running the same on repeat, projecting them into the future, and therefore we just kind of keep creating the same thing over and over again. There's no judgment in that. There's nothing wrong in doing that. I want to be really clear. It's just that this channel is meant to serve those of you who are here to have an experience of shifting and evolving and improving, if you will. It's a very subjective word. Got to be careful with that one. Improving, let's define it, anything towards more balance, harmony, love, unity. Okay? All the opposite of that is not wrong either. We're not going to demonize it. But we're really interested in kind of resolving the Rubik's Cube of disharmony and chaos and discord. I don't know. It's almost like running like a test. How do I do when I go in there? It's one thing to view this dense physical realm from a different dimension, but it's a whole nother thing to come in, animate a human form with all of its ancestral trauma and ways of doing things, conditioning, and be like, yeah, what do you got now? All right. Woo. It's a lot of mastering emotional states, not in any sort of way of not feeling. It's actually the opposite. It's feeling them, but with a different view shed and a different frame of reference, almost like a leverage point that then helps us make that transition that our ancestors couldn't make. So my ancestors, I have a lot of German ancestry, extreme stoicism, don't feel our emotions. And so over the last 20 years, I've gone through a practice of, open your heart center and feel your emotions and drop the stoicism and be vulnerable and wowza, And so there's been a lot of pattern changing. Many of you have seen it on this channel evolve since I started it in 2017. You've noticed a shift, right? And then lately going into total service to unconditional love. And so this message that's coming through today makes a lot of sense to me. I find it not coincidental that it is so super bright here today. I'm not even facing the sun and I can barely, I kind of need something, I kind of need these guys, right? I've discovered in my walk here that there's so much reflection of our experience here. So the fact that the light quotient is so high, and I'm in really high elevation too, seems really fitting for this conversation. So we say we want to change constructs. We say we want to change paradigms. We say we want all this. What does the brass tacks of that mean as a healer? It means get out of future casting and projecting that has just been the status quo of how your mind and emotional body got programmed here. Yeah, there we go. My field's helping you come right back here, right back to center, right here, right now. And take a deep breath. And there's a lot clearing its way now. We're just like clearing all the files that have been projected there. Wow. Whew, there's a lot of release in the jaw, and like the upper centers are opening, especially the crown. I guess that kind of makes sense. Take another deep breath. Whew, whew. There's a lot of clearing that just happened there. This whole energy center is opening. We are kind of like holographic projections and projectors. We are constantly creating from like a projected place. So as we clear all this out, it's also really silent here. It gets much quieter. So, dude, there's so much energy work happening. Just give it a sec to run through. There's the laughter as a lot clears. Gets much easier to giggle. Keep it light. Whew. Yeah, a lot of you, I can feel the whole field of people watching this at different times, but the net result is the same. Alignment. It's almost like I feel like all these kind of like janky edges, and like they're all coming into. It's beautiful. Yeah, there we go. That feels better. I think you'll find it easier to be present. Not in what has been and what you think will be, but just what is. And in this space, I'm being told of this more aligned quietude will come profound self-revelation, self-disclosure, insight, new ahas about the old patterns you've been running. This one feels really good. I can relay what I feel. I invite your comments and reflections and what you're experiencing as well. But what I really feel is the future is absolutely not written. It's not even really a future in the way that we think of it. And as long as we are able to be in the center of our being, here in the present moment, ready to just walk the next step, but not even the next three, just the next one I'm being shown. I'm being shown to invite everyone to picture your foot going up in the air to take a step. And before you put it down, just hold it and pause it there. And that suspension invites an entirely new awareness because you're not on autopilot, just walking. You're creating intentional pauses. That's what this is today, this video. And that intentional pause allows so much more of your greater remembering to make its way online in your conscious awareness and integrated into your embodiment and ultimately your emanation. There's a lot moving in this one. We just moved an entire octave up. I'm sure some of you registered that. Ooh, just keeps going. I'm being shown that my own intention, I was thinking about offering an octave shift in this video, and I didn't even have to say it. It initiated, self-initiated. That's the power of the multidimensional self. It's pretty cool. The multidimensional self is like the AI of our world right now. It is an extremely intelligent, efficient processor, if you will, awareness, and the net result for our human is that we're just going to get to enjoy the ride a lot more. And a lot of the old mechanical heave-ho linear everything is in a lot of ways already a relic. It's kind of gone the way of the horse and buggy. So enjoy this. It's much quieter, much easier. Doesn't mean life doesn't still have challenges. It's just that you meet them very differently from such a different view shed. As always, please leave a comment, a reflection, a question. I'll be doing more Q&A videos as we go forward. And I think I'll just leave you with some beautiful spirit tech. This message that came through from Mark Twain this morning. And basically, enjoy the journey. That's what this is all about. And hell, don't take it so seriously. Okay? Yeah, really beautiful. I know some of you have questions about spirit tech. I'll get to that eventually. But for now, enjoy this beautiful multidimensional tech. And thank you for bringing through what you do and being here, doing this exploration. Don't take yourself too seriously as a healer, however you define that. I always broaden that way out. Innovator, tinkerer, adventurer. And remember to bring yourself out as much as possible to avatar consciousness. Yeah, there we go. The personalized pronoun drops away. Ooh, yeah, that creates a lot of unity in the fabric of the reality field. Beautiful. All right, I love you all. Have a wonderful day. Mwah. Isn't it pretty here, Shrimpy? Ooh. All right, now. There you go. Okay. What?